Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway in Southern California. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And we'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Jones. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. A tackle made by J.T. Woods.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out here with the option left. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 29, Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. finds the pickup there, and it's a first down. The Chargers at 9-7 now on the year. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeaux coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 rushing in the league. Charger football to start quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Herbert now. Touchdown! Mike Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Running for it, Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. I like that call. I'm assuming you're with me.
I am. I'm totally with you. And to me, they saw something that they liked there. Because, let's face it, it's going to be a mass of bodies. But it feels like the head coach has said, my best runner over my best blocker, give it to me right now.
When you only needed 1 yard where they were on the other side of the field, seems like a no-brainer.
If we can't get 1 yard, what are we doing out here?
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery
to about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have to...
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From the 10, and able to get this out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Herbert.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. In motion left goes Allen. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone?
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Jones. This is intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
From the 10.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before the game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Again, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's a big force of completion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's Jones. A final shot before break. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. On the option, here's Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert. He's got Allen. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
22-yard line.
Here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easy.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer. 34 yards. And the Chargers are back within a score. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and it's 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running left, Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
That's complete to Mooney. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Jones. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. The throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played 3. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Jones to throw on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
It's Eckler again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his target, Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kayvon Thibodeaux picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will stay at a 7-point game. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On second down, Montgomery. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the posts. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Williams, a man in motion right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 18. And the Chargers.
Herbert throwing again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Herbert on 1st down now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, time, it's certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that.
Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
38, Chargers 17. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience.
Montgomery hit and the ball is loose and picked up by the Chargers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
23 yards, the final tally.
23 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and 10.
Herbert now.
14-yard line.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second down and goal. Herbert. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard. Montgomery on the counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And now with with 4 seconds left. We get a timeout call. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Pass complete. David Montgomery the target.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. A little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little